Okay, sorry about that, guys. Like I was saying before, you're gonna need a old CD drive. Where did I put those? A nice pair of scissors. I'm using those ones. A piece of paper and a bunch of tape. You're not really gonna need that much, but I use some, a fair amount. Not like you're not gonna need like a whole thing. You're not gonna use a whole thing, but I recommend to have some nice tape. This kind, preferably clear, because it's much easier to work with. So what we're going to start with, we're going to take a piece of paper, and we're going to cut a strip as long as we want our handle to be, and I'm going to make a small one. So I'm just going to cut it down. It doesn't have to be perfect, by the way. So, after you get that, you can set that up there. Take your CD, you can cut off about a third of it, like that much. It's kind of hard to cut every once in a while, and you are going to have a little bit of a mess, so just kind of cut that, and then you are left with something that looks kind of like that. You will notice that this is going to make a mess, so make sure you have a clean place to do this. Just scrape off some of the extra stuff. And I normally just cut off this, or however big you want your blade to be. In my case, I want my blade to be about that thick, or like that long. So I'm just going to cut it down. So you're left with this little strip right here. And you should have, so you can look sort of like this, and just see if you can get all the extra little schnibbles off. All I'm doing right now is I'm just scraping this, and this is mine right now. I just basically just cut it, and then you see those little ends down there, they're kind of like, we're not going to use those. So just, you can just snip those right off. And at this point, you can either cut the blade even more. Like that's what I do. I preferably am gonna cut mine to be about like that, or probably like that right there. So then you're left with a little piece like that. And then really, at this point, you just shape the blade how you want with your scissors. Like right now, I'm just gonna just take a little bit more off my side here. This is gonna make a little mess, by the way. I think I've said that, but you probably can't really see me right now, but there's really nothing to see. I'm just cutting, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. I think maybe a couple little minor adjustments to it might help. Sorry guys, it's kind of hard with work with my camera. I'm not using a camera stand right now. I'm just have it sitting in a little tool thing. I'm just gonna shape this a little. It's really easy. Just shave that off a little, and I'm gonna keep mine just like that. This little thing. And scoot all that extra garbage off to the side. Then we're gonna take our handle right here. You decide where you want it. Like I want how far you want your blade to stick out, and mine I'm gonna make about right there. So you keep that right there. You can't see it. You can kind of tell my blade is just sticking out like right there. Then you're gonna take a little piece of tape, like maybe that long. And you want to take your blade and you just want to stick it like right there. So you're left with something that looks kind of like that. Then you want to take it on your paper and place it down however you want. That's going to be exactly where mine is. You should be able to see that. Now you're going to take it . You're going to take it and you're going to fold it like right over that blade right there. Just going to take it and you're just going to fold it So you should have something that looks kind of like that. And then you're just going to roll up the blade, basically. You're just going to take it and you're just going to roll it up, fold it every time. And that's about how far I want it. Snip a little off the end too. Okay. Take a little piece of tape, and you just want to tape this so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm just rolling the tape around. Sorry you guys can't see, but it's kind of hard because I'm sitting like behind this giant board and it's hard to like keep it over the right spot. Let's snip off that little extra piece of tape. There. Now you're left with something that looks kind of like that. It's starting to look like a knife. And so, with your, I don't think we have to worry about that right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of tape. I always do this. Just take another piece of tape, and then I normally just rip it in half, kind of. Stick the other piece somewhere else. And then I just like to put it over the blade. You see the blade? I'm going to put it half on the paper and half on the blade. You just kind of like squeeze it down and roll that over. And just roll this entire piece of tape around it. If you can see that. And then after you get that, you see that little flap, you can just squeeze it. And then you can use that other piece of tape because there's going to be like two little flaps on the side. You're not going to need that. You just take this little thing and you put it over the blade itself. You wrap it around just to protect it from the other little flap right there. And these things are pretty sharp. You can sharpen them if you'd like with a nail file or something. They get pretty darn sharp if you do it, if you sharpen them in the right way, so be careful with it. And you got yourself a little blade. But, because I just got that, my little sparkly thing underneath that from the disc, if you guys can see that. I'm going to set that off to the side. Now we're going to be making the sheath. The little thing that goes over the cover. So you want to see how far you want it to go over the actual handle. So about that far, because my handle's way over here. And then you just, again, you just want to cut it like right by the blade. This is really hard, guys. Oh, that's my cat. Hang on, guys. Just move out of there, kitty. And then, again, you just want to take it and you just want to roll it on up. But I'm going to start over here. Just take it and stick it under there. And just, you can even put it like that because we're not going to be adding the top yet. You just roll it right over the handle if you'd like. Watch out, kitty. And I'm just rolling the paper right over the handle because this is going to form the sheath. That's about how far I want it to go. Then if you want, you can just test to see if it fits like this. Mine fits like just right. So I'm just going to take my little tape. Ow. Keep doing this. And then you just want to put it right over that extra flap. I took that tape a little too far. Watch out, kitty. So there you go. And you just wrap it all the way around. And then if you'd like to just take your little knife and stick it in there and see if it fits. And it fits like perfectly. And that's what that's gonna look like. Because mine fits perfectly, it just fits straight in there. Now we're gonna make the cover to the sheath. Just take a nice little piece of paper. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm just taking this. And that's about that big. Just perfect. And then you want to just sit that right there. I wish I could zoom in, but it doesn't work. Take another piece of tape right here. And rip it in half. That's what I do at least. Stick that right there. And then, you can't see what I'm doing. I just rip the tape in half and now sticking this right on there. Watch out, cat. Sorry about that, guys. She is a little cute cat, though. And then you just want to take it and you just want to stick it right on there. And then you can use that other piece of tape if you want to wrap it around, just to be sure that it stays right on there. So then you have yourself a sheath. You take it and you